All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due unto Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and citations to the elect. This lesson is going to be going into how America is going to be made one of the largest deserts on the planet after World War III is over. And so I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of scriptures, and Lord willing, is edifying. So I'm going to go ahead and start here in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and 35. Okay, Jeremiah 50 and 35. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. The Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahshai is setting up this place to be destroyed, deconstructed. Okay? And it says, a sword is brought upon the Chaldeans, man. Okay? Who are the modern day Chaldeans? Esau, Edom. Okay? They're the magi, or the astronomers and wizards, okay, of Babylon, which Babylon is also represents Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon represents America in the scriptures. So these, individuals who are politicians, a lot of the mainstream media anchors, a lot of celebrities have been set up, okay, to lie and deceive those who are not predestined to be saved. Now, it says a sword is upon those. Okay, upon the princes, upon the wise men, upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. And get that word, dote. And they shall dote. The word there is ya'al. Be foolish. Okay. Act foolishly. Yeah, so they're gonna bug out. Okay. So it says, a sword is upon their mighty men. So the generals and soldiers, as in the armies, they're going to be what? They're going to be dismayed. Okay. It says, here's the point. Well, couple more points, couple more verses. A sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. And so all of the riches that America has amassed, if you read in Revelation 18 chapter, it goes into an actual list of all the things that America provided for these nations, man. Okay, including the souls of men. Okay, and so all of the goods and things gotten by deceit that Esau has amassed over these years are going to be taken away from him. It says, verse 38, a drought is upon her waters. They shall be dried up. So that understanding, that little understanding that they've been given, is going to be taken away from them, as far as, how to divine and, do all of the left hand magic that they use to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? To validate, for lack of a better word, the kingdom and the rulership that they have here, and to try to prolong that rulership. It says, for it is the land of graven images. They are mad upon their idols. And America pushes idolatry everywhere you look. And to the point where it's normalized. Like, if you look at Mother Mary, as the Roman Catholics like to say, as anything other than a divine deity, you're looked down upon. And many other things here, many other wicked things. And so it says in verse 39, therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein. It says, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. And so what we're seeing here is proof that, because we, properly understand the land of the Chaldees as far as in secular history, what you would ask, a scholar, a biblical scholar about where was the land of the Chaldees or where was Babylon, that, is agreed that it's modern day Iraq. And so what now we see is proof that this scripture here is not talking about modern day Iraq, that it's actually talking about a place that is still inhabited, okay? Because modern day Iraq is inhabited still. And so this cannot be that place that this scripture is talking about in Jeremiah 50 and 39. And this is not a place, this has not happened yet. This is something that's about to happen to this place, to America, Babylon the Great. And so, like I said, it says that it will be no more inhabited forever, and neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. So America is going to be one of the largest deserts on the earth. Now, let's just say Esau's calculations are correct as far as the size of the largest deserts in the world, which I looked it up. Outside of the Antarctic and Arctic polar deserts, you have what, more commonly accepted as a traditional desert, which is the Sahara Desert, okay? Subtropical desert is what it's classified as. It says it has 3.5 million square miles, consists of the Sahara Desert. And then after that, you have the Arabian Desert, which is pretty much the whole Arabian Peninsula, or most of it, which is 1 million square miles. And after that, you got the Great Victoria in Australia, the Kalahari Desert in South Africa, and so on and so forth. So the point here is, if you look at the largest desert, it says, according to what Esau's calculation, this is off of geology.com, it's 3.5 million miles. Now, what I did was I Googled the square mileage of the contiguous United States, which when you subtract the water, which let's just say, let's just say the land that's here in America gets turned into desert. That's 2.95, basically 2.96 million square miles. So almost 3 million square miles is the actual square mileage of the land that's on the United States. Now, when that gets turned into desert, that's going to be right up there with the Sahara Desert, which is 3.5 million. Okay, so it's going to be an enormous, huge desert. We read it just again. We read it just now in Jeremiah 50 and 39, where it says, it says, therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there. So this place is going to be a desert, man. Verse 40, as the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. So just like how the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone, he's going to also destroy America, and it's not going to be inhabited, just like the scripture says. Now, how is that going to happen? Revelation 9 and 16, where it says, and I'll start at verse 15. It says, and the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. Now, men are classified into 3 different categories. You have the sons of the wicked, sons of men, and the sons of the Most High. The sons of the wicked are basically the seed of the serpent, okay, a seed of Cain, the seed of Esau, however you want to look at it. Those are the wicked. And then you have the sons of men, which are the rest of the heathen nations. And then you have the sons of the Most High, which are starting with the elect, the nation of Israel. And so that third part of men here is talking about the seed of the wicked is going to be mostly destroyed. Now, of course, there are going to be some Edomites left over just because they're going to have to be able to bring back those seeds that get destroyed over here in America. And so that's what that scripture is talking about there. And there's actually angels that are waiting to just execute the judgment upon this place, man. It says they were loose. You ever had a caged dog or a chained animal? You're like, man, Imagine if you're at the zoo and a leopard gets out or a lion and you're like, man, damn, it's over with. It says they were loosed, okay? I mean, they were given free reign to tear this bad boy up, okay? It says, and they were prepared for a certain period of time, man, to slay, prepared to slay. I mean, that should put in perspective. And it says, verse 16, Revelation 9:16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. Now, the horsemen in the scripture here is going into the thermonuclear missiles, which are going to be the tools that are used to destroy Babylon the Great once and for all, man, for good. And I want to get this here. See if I can find me something. It says the word in the Greek. I'm gonna play it real quick.
Strong's G 2461. Hippikos.
It says equestrian, which is a person that rides on a horse, horseman or cavalry force. Let me see. Yeah, infantry. Okay, so this place is going to be infiltrated by thermonuclear missiles, man. It says 200,000. So if you take 200,000 times 1,000, that's 200 million, man. Okay, some real commas right there. And so it says, and I heard the number of them. So John the Revelator actually received the number of the missiles. He heard it. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, it says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire. What's a breastplate of fire? That's going into the actual the rocket that propels it, man. Okay, and it says, and of jacinth. I wonder what that says. Jacinth. Let me see. Breastplate. And of jacinth. Strong's G 5191. A red. Oh wait, it says hyacinth, of the color of hyacinth, of a red color bordering on black. Deep blue. I'm about to look more into that. Sounds interesting. It only appears once, but anyway, let me go back here. Okay, it says, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as of lions, or as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. So those nuclear warheads is the part that actually does the damage. Okay. And it says the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, man. Okay, because what does a lion do with his mouth? Devours. It says in their mouths, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke. So this isn't talking about actual horses, fire-breathing horses, okay, or horsemen. It's talking about the missiles, man. Okay. So hey, man, Esau got another thing coming, man. But let's get back to the topic of this place being a desert. All right. This is Joel chapter 2. This is another scripture that's talking about the missiles as well. Joel chapter 2 verse 3, it says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. So before means ahead. So if somebody's running before you, they're running ahead of you. So in the front of them, or in the head of them, there is that devouring fire, which is that nuclear warhead, and behind them, okay, the end of it is the actual propelling rocket, man. Like I said, okay, that flame that burns behind it, that propels that. That's the delivery system of the actual warhead. Okay, that's what this scripture. And if this is a Christian watching this, and you got your doubts, or even anybody who doesn't proclaim or claim a specific religion has your doubts, go to your local spiritual leader and ask them, what does this mean? Okay, and let's see what they say. It says, and the land. Let me see. Oh, right. It says, and the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. yea, nothing shall escape them. So that that before and after picture is a mug, man. Okay, if you go back to what Hiroshima looked like and Nagasaki looked like before those atomic, I think it was atomic bombs that were dropped on them, to after, it's one heck of a makeover, man. Okay, for the worse. It says, and nothing shall escape them. So it doesn't matter if you in the tallest airplane, or a commercial airplane, or if you in a, because Esau got space station, so obviously if you're in space, but if you, I'll say, let's kind of scratch airplane, but if you in a skyscraper or a tunnel, or shoot, even people, of course people driving, but people on boats and stuff, lakes and stuff like that, you're not gonna be able to escape. Okay. And here's a scripture, the precept, the back of what we read in Revelation 9. I'm going to them horsemen. It says, and the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Okay, so are they actually running? Missiles got feet? No, it's horses pretty much that's how people got around quickly. If you want to get somewhere quick, you don't walk, you ride your horse. Okay? And those missiles can get here in an instant, man. Instant. Super quick. Faster than pretty much all planes. Okay? Because this is the only weight that has is just the warhead. Now, next scripture I'm gonna get is Joel chapter 3, verse 19. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation. So they're talking about Egypt over there, in the upper right corner of Africa. No. Okay, it says, it compares Egypt with Edom. It says, Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. So it's showing you, once again, that this is going into Esau being destroyed, man. It says, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. And Esau is guilty of committing all of the acts of unrighteousness that he's done towards our people. He's guilty of that, and that innocent blood, just like the blood of Abel cried out to the Most High, saying, Lord, I got killed by this man. The same way that those spirits are in, like it says in Revelation, what is that, the 6th chapter, about the souls. Let me see if I can find it. Revelation 6 and in 10. How long doest thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? Those spirits that are crying out to the Most High, man, okay, are eventually going to get their petition answered. And so verse 20 says, but Judah shall dwell forever in Jerusalem from generation to generation. And so those are the days that we're looking for, and once again, just going into the topic of the lesson, proving to you that America will be a desolation and a wilderness. And a lot of times if you go into that word wilderness, like see here, you go to the word back in Jeremiah chapter 50 and 39, that word wilderness is Tazaya, which is H6728. Oh, that's a wild beast. Okay, let me go to the actual root word. Excuse me. Okay, cool. So the root word is Tazaya, which is dry land, wilderness, solitary place, barren, desert. Okay, arid, dry, solitary place. So it's going to be land, but it's not going to be no cities built up in that bad boy, because it's going to be solitary, man. It's going to be arid. It's not going to have any hustle and bustle in it due to its conditions after it gets completely bulldozed over by these missiles, man. 200 million nuclear missiles, man. There's not even 3 million square miles in the United States. So that means every square mile, if my calculations are correct, are going to have over 50 missiles hit that place, hit that square mile, man. So you think you're going to be able to escape that? You think America's going to be recognizable after that, man? Come on now. This place is going to get a complete makeover, okay? And it will be among the largest desert in the planet. After the Sahara Desert, you're going to have the American desert, okay? And so, Lord willing, you brothers are edified. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Double honors to the apostle, knows the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.